Over time, the world has evolved the unshakable legend of the vampire.
Vampire creatures date back to early Hebrew mythology. In Genesis, Lilith, Adam's first partner, was paranoid Adam and Eve's children would come after her. She began to kill, suck blood from, and eat children, making her a winged, clawed monster. This story came to reason why women have periods, but is also the first account of vampires in history. The Egyptians used to worship vampire-like creatures as they did cats. The two most famous were Orsis, who became a magical king, and his jealous brother Seth, who fed on humans, killing them to create his own army as a coup against his brother. So to avenge his father's death, Osiris' son, Horus, cursed the vampire army to die in sunlight. In Greek mythology, the partial goddess Lamia had an affair and many children with Zeus, until his jealous wife Hera killed all the children in revenge. Lamia, out of revenge, transformed into a serpent monster that ate and drank the blood of children, if not morphing into the beautiful woman that seduced men to do the same. Throughout scripture and history, blood has always represented life. When blood leaves the body, so does life. So when blood flows back into the body as vampires do, the one receives a pure sense of immortality. From medieval times in the 19th century, many villagers took part in practices to assure vampires wouldn't haunt their towns, especially when a body was found to have not been decayed, have blood coming from the eyes, mouth, or its coffin, died from unnatural causes, or be a criminal or other shunned person in the community. People would put stakes to the body to hold it down in the coffin, cut off its head, sever its limbs, and pin the grave down in the ground, possibly the origin of where today we have gravestones. The word vampire is Hungarian. It stems from the Slavic folklore uber, which means bloodsucker. This is where the vampire legend Nosferatu originates in 1443. The Eastern Orthodox Church failed to rid the mass population of pre-Christ beliefs, so during the Dark Ages, the vampire myth thrived. This was especially true during the Middle Ages, when people of the bubonic plague would be buried alive in comas and wake up the next day spreading rumors of the eternal life. In the 15th century kingdom of Vocalia, now Romania, Vlad Tepes took reign over his father Dracul, meaning dragon and devil, so his name was Dracula, meaning the son of the devil, and his reign was characterized by the evil he caused on his enemies, by particularly impaling them on the stake. Another ancient legend was Countess Elizabeth Bethel. She was a self-proclaimed sadist that frequently murdered girls to drink their blood and bathe in it. When bodies kept piling up drained of blood, the town people blamed vampires. As these legends combined throughout history, these characteristics and weaknesses in vampires were established around the time when vampire hunting kits were made for respectable people like professors, doctors, and philosophers. In relation to modern day, Stoker's portrayal of Dracula revolutionized the concept of vampires. He came up with a bat-morphing relation that paralleled both their nocturnal thirst for blood. But the innovation to make this disgusting, powerless creature into a strong and intimate character changed the whole appeal of the legend. Stoker decided to turn Dracula into a clever villain, which helped him create the sex symbol he wanted in coming up with the intimate neck fight. If not for Stoker's creativity of this beast, tweens around the world wouldn't have Edward Cullen's on their wall, or be heartbroken that Nina Dobrev quit Vampire Diaries and our beloved Damon. Stoker's portrayal also made the character much more fascinating, instead of gross and haunting. Vampire-themed tours, festivals, clubs, conventions, virtual and live-action role-playing all take place all over the world, unlike any most other monster, and the beast is currently at the center of top pop culture, and apparently still alive today.